All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We in the building again. Urban Matters BMG TV, and we in the building with the whole posse. We got Bro Mark, Bro Shaq, Sister Shell. We finna make it do
Salute.
what it do. Y'all know we the FBA. We the certified FBA crew, and we finna let y'all have it today. Boy, they got Juice riled up today. They got Juice riled up today. Y'all see what it is? Identity politics. I had a bunch of goofies going in and out of the social media space last couple of days, maybe the last week, on the goofy identity politics. And so I had a question on the other day, y'all. Let me see what my question was I had today on my. Y'all know I have to post my questions every day, bro, Mark, to
Yes, sir.
get some critical thinking skills together for our people, because for some odd reason they don't want to be critical thinkers. They want somebody to figure it out for them. And I posted some stuff today, boy, and there's a bunch of them got butt hurt. They got butt hurt. So I want to know if y'all black first or y'all Democrats first when it comes to black Americans. Are we black first or are we Democrat first, bro, Mark?
Well, I'm black first. Black first, all day, every day. Salute.
Bro Shaq, what are you? Bro Shaq, what are you? Are you black first or are you Democrat first, bro Shaq? I don't know. Shaq must have got some. He might be back there munching or something. Bro Shaq might be back there munching. But yeah, but so we finna talk about these identity politics, y'all. And I want y'all to know identity politics dilute the black indigenous Americans, and it dilutes our power. You know, and the way that it does that is by flattening our lineage into a genetic diversity. Big nothing burger. And so when they do that, they hijack the culture. They hijack our struggle for self-determination and reparative justice to serve broader coalitions that rarely center our specific historical claim. You know what I'm saying? They come and hijack our history, bro, Mark. They
Yes,
come and
sir. Been
hijack
doing it.
our history, bro, Shaq. Because now we got to share our struggle with everybody. When we the only ones that was hanging from them trees. We was the only ones in them fields busting our knuckles. We the ones had to watch these folks do us wrong. A lot of y'all Johnny come latelys come here. So let me give you 3 examples, bro, Mark, of how they do this. They dilute. In other words, dilution. They dilute. And that reduces the specificity of Black American lineage into an interchangeable category type of bullshit. Like when they start using terms like people of color, black and brown people, minorities, when they do that, when you use those type of identities, you start erasing our unique historical experience, what we experienced. That's what I was just explaining. Like nobody had the experience that we had to go through. We got a uniqueness to this land. We have a uniqueness to America. You think I'm gonna let you turn me into a hatred for my country? Make me start hating my country like what the Democrats are trying to do right now with our people? They literally trying to convince you to hate your country that you bled for, that you died for, that you founded. You founded this country of America. This is Black Americans' country more than any other human being on this damn planet. But everybody want to come here and give their unsolicited advice. Number 2, how they do it. They hijack it. How do they hijack it? They redirect the energy and they take the visibility from our justice demands like reparations, giving us our land back. We want controls of the institutions that we pretty much bled for, worked for. Those are the institutions that we should have. That's the second way they do it. And then When they do that, we lose control, and then they give us a symbolic inclusion or a symbolic representation. We don't want no symbolic victories. We don't want that. I'm sorry. Then number 3, they decenturize us. They decenter us. So it prioritizes coalition building over lineage-based empowerment, often leaving us as the Black Americans as the moral backbone, but not the beneficiaries. We don't get the benefit from nothing. All of this fighting we doing for everybody, and then we still wind up with nothing. By the time we get the bag empty. And now the Asians done went down there and got their damn Asian hate crime to build together. The damn LGBT done got their resources. The damn Island Pacificas, they got their resources. The damn Latinos, they got all their laws and legislations being passed by the Democrats. But when it get to us, we put them first, like Malcolm X say, and they put us last. Am I making any sense, y'all?
Dead on it.
Am I making any sense?
Cook, brother. Cook, brother. Cook. You own it.
So all these little sassies that been popping up on my page, bro, we're not doing that anymore. We're not just going out here voting blue no matter who. The younger folks have become more politically sophisticated. Mr. Joe and Mr. Harry. They're not going for that, oh, we just all one big Negro, oh, DEI. Do you know that DEI mostly benefits Caucasian women?
And gays.
Mostly in gays. Everybody not gay. Everybody is not Caucasian. How we as Black American men, can we benefit from DEI? So why should we, then y'all the main ones be talking about, oh, that's divisive. Well, that's divisive. That's divisive. Go ahead, man. Y'all cook some, man. Let me get this footage ready, man. What's your take on that, bro, Mark?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. This identity politics game is just another divisive feature that's been added in order to get us, and when I say us, I mean Native American, the indigenous American Blacks, more separated. They've been separating us ever since they landed on these shores because they noticed the numbers game and they knew we outnumbered them. And they've been staying on code from day one. And we gotta get back on code and stop going for every little trinket they throw at us. We gotta be serious. Gotta be Black first, Black first, Black first. Because everybody else, they lean to their side.
Yes, sir.
It's just that simple, except for us. We want to lean away from our side and to every other side. Where does that make sense? That don't make sense. That don't make sense for your long-term health at all. So, we gotta do better. We gotta stop being so short-sighted. We gotta start looking ahead and not at right now. And that's one big issue with this current generation is that we're only looking at now, and you got people that's in identity politics so bad to where they don't even know about Trump accounts. One person told me, I'm not doing nothing with Trump name on it. So you mean to tell me that you refuse to set your baby or grandbaby up?
Your future generations, right.
That costs you nothing if you choose to. It will cost you nothing for your baby to get $50,000 at graduation.
Yes, sir.
Only thing you have to do is sign up for it.
I read up on it and signed up.
Yeah. And you so stuck in your derangement syndrome to where you will not do it. And here's what's funny. If Democrats was for black people or people, they would be advertising that left and right.
Mm-hmm.
They would be pushing it left and right. But have they pushed it any? You listen to this black radio stuff, if they say anything about Trump accounts, it's negative. Only $1,000. That's it. That's all, and they find everything negative. So as a people, we have to use critical thinking and realize who's for us and who's against us.
Yep.
And then on top of that, same thing happened with me when it comes down to TrumpRx.gov. I had somebody didn't have no idea about it. When they looked it up, they saved over $800 on medication.
Mm.
How many black radio stations telling you about that?
Correct.
How much black news telling you about that? We have to be better. If you utilize that Trump account properly, your kid can be a millionaire by the age of 27. Your grandbaby can be a millionaire by the age of 27. If we use TrumpRx.gov properly, we can save thousands of money with our parents' medication. Some of us without medication. So we have to be smarter. So that's a good example of us needing to do the things, pull the positive from each candidate or each president, whether we agree with everything they do or not. We got to pull the good out of it, the thing that's going to help us and our family, and get out of our emotions, stop listening to all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Because, hey, y'all know what I think about Biden. If you don't know, I'll tell you. He's a true racist. He has locked up hundreds of thousands of brothers and sisters with the crime bill, and he unabashedly racist. He was a Dixiecrat. He attended funerals. He gave memorial services for them, so forth and so on. And it is no way on God's green earth I will back him or I will ever support him, because he's called our people negative things, monkeys and everything else out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's nowhere in the world. So
racial
as
jungle.
much as I didn't,
you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
So
wow.
I would never vote for him, but he tossing programs, he tossing this around, he tossing cash around. I got to do what's best for my family. So I'm going to utilize the resources that's given to me. And even though I can't stand the man, I love my family more. So we have to stop with this identity politics garbage and start being family first, black first, and doing what's best for us.
Yes, sir. Bruh Shack, are you in the building? Are you black first or are you Democrat first? Bruh Shack. We're going to go to Sister Shell. Bruh Shack in there probably in there eating that Chipotle he just bought. Sister Shell, you in the building with us? I think Sister Shell still walked out. She going to come in though. Chop up with us.
You know what? Brother Juice, you spoke about DEI, right?
I'm connecting to my computer, Brother Juice. Mm-hmm. Can you give me one moment?
Okay, I'll run down these DEI stats real quick, and while you do that, Sister Share. DEI.
Yes, ma'am.
DEI, 36% of DEI practices went to who? White women. Then white men. White men, 23% to, wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm saying it backwards. That's the other side. Helped them. 14% went to white men. 30% went to white women. 40% went to Asian men, 46% Asian women.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we have to really pay attention to some of this stuff. And in this graph, um, it's not breaking down like if this person is actually homosexual, so forth and so on. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at what one. I'm looking at about 16 different graphs on DEI. But one thing I noticed about DEI is really helping. Is really helping everybody more than
Mm-hmm.
us.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get a little piece of the pie, and then everybody else get that same size piece of the pie, guess what's going to happen? If we get 10% of the pie and nine other groups get 10% of the pie, that means they got 90% of the pie and we only got 10%.
Yes, sir.
And that's what they're doing with us. They're separating us just like that. So we gotta get smarter as a group. Our women gotta start, instead of screaming how great they are, they need to be screaming how great they men are. And let the men scream about how great our women are.
Yes, sir.
And that way our women won't be acting like they say we are.
And you won't be out there being vulnerable for people to take advantage of you, because I just experienced a situation today where the dominant society gets our women inside of their arenas, inside of their spaces, and just violate them mentally, violates our women, their work ethic, violates their intelligence, and just use them, and then turn around and target them. See, anytime the
Hmm.
dominant society does not realize that you have a strong man in your corner, they're gonna automatically try to take advantage of you. They're gonna automatically abuse you, ladies. They're gonna automatically not give you the. See, that's why you out here screaming for DEI, because you don't have your man with you standing by your side. See, if you had your man standing by your side, you wouldn't even be worried about DEI. You're automatically going. Because one thing about Black American men, listen, boy, we gonna be respected. If we in the paint, we are going to be respected by all types of shapes, colors, and people. They don't want that smoke. They really, especially with cats like me, Mark, and Brush Shite, cause we standing on business. You know what I'm saying? And just like beef, Big and Small say with the beef, we can both pull burners and let the beef cook. So that's what we doing over here. That's what we doing. You know how y'all always asking that? Cause what we doing? This is what we doing. So, ladies, when you got a solid dude in your corner, you don't need a DEI. You don't need all these extra rights, because Black men, for the most part, Black American men, we treat our women with dignity. We treat our women with respect. That's just something that's in our blood. It's embedded in our DNA. We're gonna treat our women respectable.
Men, not males.
Correct. Men. Correct. Sister Sherry, you want to add to this? Are you Black first or are you Democrat first?
Of course, American first. We were here first. So that makes sense why they always trying to put us at the last or at the end of the line. We have to ask ourselves why are we always being attacked? Why are other groups being put on top of us? Especially when our ancestors built this nation. We still
Correct.
giving our labor, blood, sweat, and tears, knowledge, and equity to this country, and we still are disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
But more so about with all these foreigners that's here that disrespect us, blatantly disrespect us,
Yes, ma'am.
and we have to blame our government for that, and we also have to blame that baby boomer generation or them people, them Gen
Oh,
X on the older side of the
watch out!
spectrum.
Watch
Because
out! Watch out! Now, Sister
yeah,
Sherry.
hey, we got to tell the truth. I mean, why are we? We have young people who can't even afford to buy a house. Inflation is through the roof. You know, y'all been letting these people get away with robbery, highway murder, and y'all haven't held none of these people accountable. And they want to say, well, we didn't have all that. Some people got, I know you got common sense. That's what they tell you about the matrix. You gonna take the red pill, or you gonna stay stuck and stupid and take the blue pill? When we gonna get out the matrix? That's what need to be asked. Now, what about the economy? Everybody getting laid off. Don't just tell me under Trump, because it started under Jim Crow Joe racist Biden. Remember?
Oh, that's Trump fault. That's Trump fault. I can't prove that that's Trump fault, but I just know it's Trump fault because that's what CNN told me.
Yeah, they CNN, MSN. How are you still listening to CNN and MSNBC and their ratings are low? We in 2026. Can we make a difference in 2026 by expanding our knowledge? Why are you still living
And
for now? Why are you not living for your kids? Why are you not living for your future? This whole system collapsed. What you gonna do? Because they locking
Wow.
up people money now. I'm seeing that with BlackRock, JP Morgan. I got finished watching that video. When we gonna
All the
start
banks.
focusing on things like that? Building our communities. They just
All the banks.
passed school choice here in Texas with the vouchers. I see other little academies that was just after school programs. Now they're starting schools. Are you voting on policy, or you just voting on a party that don't give a damn about you?
Uh-oh.
that part, that part.
Ask them, what has the Democrat Party done for your community lately? Go look in your community. How your community still run down 20, 30, 40, 50 years? And then young people like me that try to make a change or say something about it, they tell us to sit down and shut up.
Right. And we get to
I'm
a
supposed to
point.
live in reality.
Mm-mm.
Yes, ma'am.
What did Trump say? What do you got to lose?
Hmm.
What do you have to lose?
Yep. And that's a good point. That's a good point. Brushite, you want to add to this, man? Democrat first or black first, man? You finished with that Chipotle yet?
Peace, 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 peace. Let me get in here, man. Let me get in here, baby. My
Come on in.
belly. Look here, man. Salute to everybody on the panel, man.
Salute,
Everybody
salute.
in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? But this is how I break it down. I'm a man first. I say black second. I say American third. You know what I'm saying? That's the order I play it. You feel me? That's how I'm a rocket. You know what I'm talking about? And then the politics come along with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not signing up and registering for no party, no political party. They got to come to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Wow. It is. It is. Yeah, but let me play this clip real quick for y'all so we can get this thing crunk, man, because we going to break this down with the identity politics and how dangerous identity politics are for foundational Black Americans or indigenous Americans like ourselves. And I think that's what a lot of people are not understanding, man, is that you cannot continue to keep voting for people and getting nothing for your vote. We just can't keep doing that, y'all. So I'm gonna run this for y'all real quick and let y'all check this brother out right
Be a
here.
lesson to all you people talking about we need a black. Be a lesson to all you people talking about we need a black president. Kamala Harris would have been a black female president. Identity politics gets you nothing. We had a black president, and what's he talking about? Every man needs a gay man in his life. Your black president only cares about gay shit. He don't give a damn about black nothing. When has he ever said, oh, blacks, we need to do this, or nothing? He's the first gay president. But this ain't even about Obama. I'm making a larger point to show you, if you were correct about we need a female president, we need a black female president, and that's the solution. That's what's going to fix America. That's what's going to make America great, is a minority president. We already had one. Barack Obama. Look what his goofy ass is talking about. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It doesn't matter. Get this shit through your head. Identity politics does not work. You cannot just rely on someone's race, creed, religion, sex, who they like sleeping with. Who cares? Can you do the job? Jesus.
It is. Hey, he couldn't have put it no clearer. He couldn't have put it any clearer. Huh?
I agree.
Any clearer.
What part of that people don't understand? I mean, where's the common sense of all of that? How you don't understand you had a president that did nothing for you?
Nothing.
You heard Mitch McConnell. What they hollering about reparation, all that. We gave him a black president. Well, is that the case? What did he do for us? Let me tell you something. I remember when Gay Obama was running, and I didn't want to vote for him because I didn't know who he was. And I thought his wife, you know, asked my mama, was a man from the jump. Because I say ain't nobody feet that big and they shoulders that wide and broad. But anywho, I thought about it. I said, even when Gay Obama got elected, not all the dead slaves on this land, not all the dead aborted babies, not all the all culture people that's locked up in prison, let alone us here that are free and can vote, would ever been able to got him elected. Go look at the number of people who got him elected in masses. It wasn't us. I'm telling you this for a fact. Working at the hospital. Do y'all know it was white people and foreigners more for Gay Obama than we was? How about all the people like the Sheila Jackson Lees? Glad she came to her demise. Why they was pushing and telling people to support Hillary Clinton? They weren't even supporting Gay Obama. Go look that up. Pull that up. Go look that up. And what did you get for Gay? What did you get for Gay Obama? What did you get? But did you shoot
Nothing
on a
burger.
video? If not, I'll put it or I'll play it. Well,
Let me
they
pull this
asked
one up
how
right
much
here.
you do
Let me
black
pull.
people.
I'm gonna pull that one up
Hey,
next.
Joan, don't you feel ashamed of yourself that you're calling a poor woman that's just doing her job the way the federal guidelines are set up and calling her a moron? I mean,
no,
she's
I
doing
don't,
a
my
service to
darling.
all the people on the plane.
Just hold it, mister. I was given a boarding pass with the wrong name on it. I went through 5 different security passes, and then a woman at the gate who will not look at my passport, who will not call Continental, who will not call for help, who will not recheck into their records, says to me, "You cannot go on." No, she is a moron.
Oh, that was the wrong video there. But Joan Rivers, Joan Rivers called Michelle a trans. And right after that, Joan Rivers got unalive.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Joan Rivers. And also, I was trying to find the clip. What was that clip you say you wanted to find, Sister? But I was trying to find the clip where the one gay guy came out and said that before Barry got elected, he was still senator, that they would have, he would give him fellatio in the back of the limo while snorting,
Right.
while doing some type of white stuff.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, I be trying to be cool about it. Yeah, but that's what the guy said, and they hushed that guy, and he was never heard of again. He was never heard of again. So
yeah, I think
what was
he's living
that?
abroad somewhere. He's living abroad somewhere.
and and also, if we done something called read sometime too, those WikiLeaks that they talked about for so long, and then all of a
Oh
sudden no one
yeah,
did nothing about it.
throwback, bro, Mark. Well, you brought up a
Yes,
hell of a throwback just then, boy. You
man,
brought up a hell of
WikiLeaks.
a.
Yes, that exposed a lot of the gay bomber stuff and a lot of the underhanded stuff that not only that the Democrats was doing big time during that reign. So we have to read. They talk about release the Epstein file, release the Epstein file. How many of y'all gonna read the Epstein file because they've been released? How many of y'all gonna read them?
Nope,
You
none of them.
know, You know, and you're still saying release them. They've been released. Stop.
Brother,
Read. But you'll wait for somebody to tell you what it says. Go ahead, bro.
none of them. Okay, yeah, here you go. I think I got it this time. Let's
Black Pack crew, welcome back, man. School has started, everybody in. Man, my man, Mr. Silver told me about this months ago. He said, man, I bet you something gonna come out about Barack. I bet you. And when you look at all the policies that he made, a lot of policies that he made was kind of for that agenda. You know, they wasn't for like your regular black. They was counted for that agenda. Now it's coming out, and I know a lot. Oh no, because now you got to circle the wagons. But this guy talks about meeting the guy in specific places. I'm from Illinois, and you're not going to these hotels, Gurney and Comfort, the Comfort Inn in Gurney. Like these are places. This guy gives names. He also gives name that you'll see later in the clip about Barack's first boyfriend, Donald Young, who worked with him and then got murdered in December 2007 in a second floor story apartment. The guy gives details. He knew Barack. I'm surprised he's still alive, but he gives details. But like I say, do it what you will. Y'all can hate 45, but 45 ain't sucking dick in the dark.
Somewhat buzzed, you kind of throw caution to the wind. Shocked by you don't get excited and you don't unbutton your pants and you don't just sit there and let it happen.
Oh boy.
So it definitely wasn't Barack's first time. That much I'm absolutely certain of. And I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
So you performed oral sex on Barack Obama. You did. In the driver's up front?
Yep.
And he's cool with this?
The driver has the partition up. He didn't have a problem with it. He didn't put it down for any reason.
I mean, he kind of set up the whole thing for this.
Come on. Now, y'all can watch this whole interview. I know some of y'all like, oh no, I got my boy in Oakland right now. I know he about to pass out. Oh no. But let's go to the next.
It was like, okay, what?
Just to restate, because I think you affirmed this, but he used his real name when you
Yes.
listened.
It's about
Amazing, and I want to get.
But very well respected.
Did you?
Hold on, this is the line I like.
Times. Ben Smith to me is a grifter. Ben Smith wrote an article because everybody wanted access to Minnesota and sat down.
But like, if I'm a reporter, well, I was a reporter at the time. I remember thinking, well, that's an interesting story. But it seemed like nobody in the media wanted to follow up with you. And some people, like Ben Smith at Politico, who's a liar and a shill posing as a journalist, I reread the piece last night that he wrote saying, oh, it's ridiculous. Right off the first graph, it's ridiculous, these claims.
Well, I think I have an answer for why a lot of reporters did not want to follow up. And I think it would have something to do with what David Axelrod told a old Chicago Sun-Times reporter. Or no, Chicago Tribune.
He giving out sources. This ain't just somebody. He saying, look, well, you can go check with the Sun Times, and he giving out references and sources. He ain't talking about, oh, I'm just, I met him one night and we got drunk and no.
Reporter, John Crutzen.
Axelrod had been a reporter in Chicago before he went into politics.
Well, John Crutzen worked for the Chicago Tribune. And John Crutzen actually came to
John Crutzen. He giving out names.
And sat down with me and talked with me. And John Crutzen had told me point blank that before he had flown out, that he had spoken to Axelrod, and that Axelrod had told him that they were aware of who I was, and that it was their intentions to destroy me, and that if any reporter had mentioned me to them, they would be completely cut off, and that outlet would be completely cut off from access to the Obama campaign for the duration of the year. So I think that had a lot to do with why reporters didn't bring.
Okay. It's a lot in this interview, but the guy did say,
boom, there it is, y'all. There it is. And see, the thing about it, man, They do what it's the same blueprint that the Democrats use when they trying to push identity politics. This is what identity politics gets you. You get a president who cares nothing for you. He only cares about his agenda. I'll just leave it right there. So that's what, when you're trying to vote because of your race, you're trying to vote because of religion, you're trying to vote because of LGBT, you're trying to vote because what? Age, gender war. You create all these wars. You create all these symbolic victories, and then you wind up doing the same. Then you wind up voting for civil rights for 70 years and can't give any excuse why. Now your kids and your grandkids acting you like, what the fuck y'all been doing? Mama? What the fuck y'all been doing, big mama? Why are we still in the same position? Actually, we're not in the same position. Actually, we're in a worse position we were when civil rights first was introduced to us. Like MLK say, I believe I integrated my people into a burning building. Integration was a mistake. And I'm not saying that because I don't like a certain person or I don't get along with certain people. I have several white constituents. I have several all other ethnicity constituents. I'm just saying I don't have to fucking put you before I put my own family. You get what I'm saying? Do you, Bro Mark, what's that saying you got? He say, do you see eagles hanging out with blackbirds?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you see eagles running around with blackbirds, doves, crows? No. They all birds, but eagles don't mess with doves.
Exactly. Unless
They
they trying to
don't.
eat there.
That's right. They ain't gonna be trying to have sex with them and all that other stuff. They're about getting busy with eagles.
There you go. There you go. So what am I saying? This is what identity politics gets you. It gets you in a jam where now you got people hijacking your culture. Now you got all these agendas that are being put forth before your agenda, before your people, and your people. Let's keep it 100, man. I know they say, oh, we only, 20%, 30% of the population here in America, right? But let me tell you something, boy. When we pull the trigger, when Black Americans say, oh, yo, this going to be like this and this how it's going down. That's how that shit going down 9 times out of 10. That's how that shit going down. There ain't nobody from. We set the trends. We set the motion. It is what we. That's why they can't stand this delineation movement that the FBA and the Foundation of Black Americans are pushing for. Because why? Because now they can't piggyback. Now they can't infiltrate. Now they can't hijack. Now they can't come in and culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you something else. I got one more video. Shay, you got anything ready yet?
Yeah, but go ahead. You can pull yours up.
No, you go ahead because I gotta find it. I got so much stuff pulled up on the screen, boy. Be crazy over here. Go ahead and send it to me.
Okay. You want me to see if I can send it or share it?
Yeah, it don't matter. You go ahead. You know how we send it up. You just you send a share link. Yeah, share it. That's how you want to share it. You know, you send a share.
You know how I do.
Right. We should be able to get it.
I was trying to play this active shooter thing they had today. Let me see if I can share. Hold on. It may.
Sometimes X be tripping on us.
No.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's pull it up for you. I don't hear any sound though.
Okay.
Got your mute button? Yeah. Go ahead and hit play again.
Okay.
Nope, no sound. You got your volume up?
Okay, let me see how I'm sharing the window. Let me see if I might have to share the tab.
Yeah, don't share the window. Yeah, don't share the window because it ain't gonna let you.
Let me see how I pull up the tab. Hold on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, y'all, we got to get it together. Identity politics is a big mistake. You goofies that popped up today. Oh, man, you this and that. Oh, well, you must be Republican. I've never, ever told you who to vote for. Now, I may have told you who not to vote for, but I feel like a person should be able to vote for whoever they want to. I can pull my voter registration card up right now, and it'll plainly tell you. I think I got it right back here. That's a good book y'all might want to go check out too. Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics. This show you how you take group economics and you look out for your own people first. You look out for your own people. You don't look out for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You don't do it. You just don't do it. You got it right, sister? I'm looking for mine over here too.
Yeah, it's trying to make. I guess I gotta log in.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all see that right there? What that say? What that say right there, sister? No party affiliation.
Oh yeah, you said it too. Yep.
That's my voter registration card right there.
Okay.
No party affiliation. Huh?
Yep.
I don't care nothing about you knowing my address. Cause you coming to my house, boy, you better damn sure be strapped. You better bring the army. You better bring the army, the damn Navy, and the damn Marines. You come over here. You better bring them all. You're going to need them. You're going to need them.
Okay, let me see if I can share the tab, if it'll pick it up. Let me try one more time.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to try.
Okay.
An Old Dominion.
Tell me when you see it on the screen.
I heard some playing.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me play it again. Okay.
Okay.
One person during two. Now this gunman's name is Muhammad Jai, National Guardsman for the Virginia National Guard. Now I get that shocking, right? Like one of our own committing terrorism on our soil. But the truth is he ain't one of our own. He's a naturalized citizen from Sierra Leone. You see, Muhammad here served in the military from 2009 to 2015. After being discharged in 2015, he started drinking the Al-Qaeda Kool-Aid. So much so that he went back to Sierra Leone to meet up with ISIS. And while he thought he was planning an ISIS terror attack with an ISIS member in Sierra Leone, he was actually talking to an FBI agent. And they booked his ass in 2016. He was released in 2024 and he was allowed to stay. Now, my fucking question is, why was he allowed to stay here? I'm trying to figure this shit out. He was sentenced in 2017. He gets out in 2024 and he does this in 2026. What the fuck is wrong with us that we're allowing ISIS fucking terrorists, people that are trying to commit terroristic acts on U.S. soil? We're just allowing these motherfuckers to stick around no matter what, man. What the fuck? And all the while, this Muslim congressman fuck is trying to take your guns away in Virginia. And another attack happens to a synagogue in Michigan. Now, they don't want to release the information on Shooter on that one, which can only mean two things. He's either Muslim or trans. And all while this is going on, Mayor Man Mommy is doing this shit.
Did y'all see this too? Did y'all see this?
I think I seen some of that one time, but I didn't see that.
No, this is recent. No, this recent as
I need y'all to wake the fuck up, man. I need y'all to wake the fuck up. This shit's only gonna get more bold and brazen.
Wow.
That's now 2 ISIS-connected terrorist attacks on U.S. soil. And y'all think Islam ain't a fucking problem. Y'all better wake the fuck up, man. You know, 2 good things came from these situations and they both have the same thing in common. A good guy with a gun splattered these motherfuckers' brains all over the pavement. Piece of bacon a day keeps Islam away. Love, peace, and bacon grease.
amen to that. Yeah, all you gotta do is come up with some bacon or some pigs. That's what the people, the women in Europe start doing. They start getting pigs as pets, so the Muslim men will leave them alone and wouldn't rape them. Yeah, go look that up.
Wow. Dry Bones, welcome.
What's going on, fam? How y'all doing? Looking good.
Looking good.
Just got in. Go ahead. Keep it going.
Okay, keep it going. Let's keep it going. I got one more video I want to show. This is what
Salute,
identity
y'all.
politics get you. Salute, salute.
They are fearful of is my authenticity, because it rings true with every single American. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy, because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things.
On-campus mailboxes, and at that time, my school hired the Cochran firm. And there was a lawyer who graduated from University of Houston who was assigned to me.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I want the American people to know that when you stand up to a bully, you win. Do not back down. Do not bend.
And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right?
But at the end of the day, I am who I am, and I am authentic.
With that badass weed. Now you see what
that hair ain't never right. That hair
never
ain't
right.
Never right. I don't think she one of us, because that hair ain't never right.
But she always trying to push that sister girl stuff on our sister girls. Why? Somebody explain to me why. Dry Bones, are you Democrat first or are you black first?
Man, I'm black people. Democrat. Like I said before, man, we get caught up in that. Some of these things that are going on is part of the Democrats, but we do got a lot of stuff that is going on with the Republican Party in some cases as well. So we got to be separated.
Absolutely.
Got to be a black person. Absolutely.
What happened? How about that, y'all? I don't know what to say there, y'all. I don't know what happened. Go ahead. That was just a little technical difficulty.
Yeah, so that's the way I look at it. But the politics game, that bill passed here, man, in Florida. The one I told you about, 1296.
Oh, yeah. So 1296. Yeah. Break that down for us a little bit. Give us a real quick synopsis on that.
It's going against all the unions. And unfortunately, it's a crazy shit. The Republican Party here, actually, when I started getting into the bill for when they look at it to tell the people about it, the Democrats actually didn't vote. They got 5 Republicans that went on the Democratic side. So this bill is a very strange bill. I told you it's a right to work state, which is terrible. And they gonna make the unions, if they don't get enough members, it'll be dissolved throughout the state of Florida. So it's going to the bill. It already passed. So it's going up to be signed. So we're just looking at the ramifications, but some of the CBAs that are in existence now still will hold true until the next contract is being approved for the state of Florida. But yeah, so y'all better look at y'all counties and see what the people y'all around, what they think, because worrying about all these federal stuff, your county gonna destroy you before the federal government. I mean that. That's a fact.
Yep. And that's what I was telling people, man. Everybody's so distracted right now with the war, and it's just you're not even paying attention to what's going on. Somebody tried to knock.
Ain't paying attention to no local. That's a whole game itself. Now that dude you showed, the guy you did show, that did the bombing in New York,
right?
Actor, crisis actor, the same dude that did the shooting. Look him up. They got the same dude that did the shooting for the was not the Columbine, the other one, the Colorado. Same white boy. Look at his face. They got actors, man, across the country, and we've been saying this for how many years now? They gonna use actors, and they gonna create the hate, because the people gonna start to get mad because they gonna start shooting real people and messed up. New York was a perfect case scenario. That's what they did right there with Mondami. The man told you he with the Islamic world. He told, so I don't have no problem with the people getting what they just deserve. If you vote stupid, ain't no need me to have no mercy for you no more, because this man told you he was going to do these things, and New York State going to pay dearly, man. They about to bring the free buses out. You know what that's going to do to transit? How you going to have free buses? Think about that one. You can't. And as far as what I'm seeing in Texas, everybody moving there, but that chick almost won in some cases. And then they got a white boy who is crazy as hell. And Sheriff, what the white boy say? The white boy came on their TV. I watched all news and said he was for the trans children. He's saying the same thing.
Yeah, he talking about he went to talking about he get turned on or something with trans kids. I was like,
trans kids, man. Now I'm saying to myself, now the black folks there, I gotta be suspect of the black folks there because they voted, and the Hispanics voted for this dude. So we looking at something very strange about to take place in American politics. So yeah, black people gonna wake up for sure, because when you against the wall, you're back against the wall, you kind of wake up faster. Yeah, because I think we too complacent right now. We comfortable, we still can eat good. All of us got houses and shit. So when that get taken away, then we'll wake up like we did through Hurricane Andrew. Then we'll wake up. But right now, it's about to be real now. Ain't no playing no more.
No playing.
Ain't no playing, man. They got sleeper cells. They showed you in the movie Red Dawn. How many years ago?
Yep, they showed us
that we were going to be Trojan horsed, and people. So the Trojan horse, the big one, was the Biden administration. The Trojan horse for the Biden administration was the immigration bill, letting everybody in, and they let so many sleeper cells in now, they're just going to be activated. That's all that's going to happen.
Wow. Now, Dry Bones, you know if you got some content, you can share it with us.
Okay, let me look for something. Y'all go keep going. Yeah, I'll look for something.
Bro, Shaq, well, you kind of quiet on us, boy. What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Let me go to share.
Colonel Shaq.
Yeah, I see Shaq. Yeah, Shaq in there. I see him. Unless he froze up. You know, he might have froze up. You know how this internet works.
Yeah, and people, like Brother Dry Bones was saying, we gotta start paying attention, because a lot of these people are crisis actors. Because I remember when I was over in Houston, when they had the shooting, that one of the school shooting there, and about 3 of the people, they were a part of another incident that happened. In the shooting, they played parents and such, and then in another one, they were principals and stuff. So we got to realize this is not a game. You'd be like, "Oh, that's conspiracy theory." No, that is fact. You can see pictures of these people here and in Columbine, or there and somewhere else. So it's not conspiracy theory. It's paying attention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salute.
Yeah, salute.
There go, brother Shaq.
What up? Hey, as a 44-year-old black man in this United States American experience, when you're younger, and some of these conversations, among the so-called black community, we say, "Man, I ain't into that political stuff, man. I ain't into the politics." But when you get a man and you have a stake as a man, let me say a man, I'm just say a grown adult, as a grown and mature adult, and we talk about mortgages, we talk about financing, we're talking about property tax. This is all political. This is all politics. Now, I'm learning, because I didn't go to school to learn this. This is lived experience, talking to people, watching stuff, studying. And politics does not start and stop during the political during the political these political terms. We should be politicking with each other before, so we can have ourselves already knowing what we want and which way we gonna go.
Exactly.
When these elections these election periods start and stop. And you know what I'm saying? This is something we have to learn to politic with each other, just the everyday man and woman, because it affects us. As we can see gas going up, correct? We can see even with the education system. We see that these people have taken over the education system. Y'all talking about earlier about they want to, man, I never in a million years I thought I heard this phrase, transgender children. Somebody need to raise their left hand in their right hand and slap the hell out themselves with both hands. Because ain't nowhere in here. That's a politic that I'm going for. Let these children be children.
Transformers.
Yeah, man, let these children be children. But see, that's it. We have to politic because that's what they doing. They not just politicking when they politicking, you know what I'm saying, when we ain't looking and writing up these things. So we need to figure out how we can write our own legislations in our own cities and towns and represent ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying it.
That's where the local, like Brother Dry Bones said, that's where the local grassroots make a difference. Right
Y'all
there
too
in
long
your
to go
city.
brush my teeth.
Because what's gonna happen is this. When they attempt to do certain things in the school board meetings to allow certain things to happen, that's where the people in the local communities gotta stand up to stop it.
Right.
And
Sister
and
Sherry,
you can't be
last week about
yeah, Sister Cher do it all the time.
the school board. You said the school board was going to serve bad food. Well, we now see the food is causing the feminization of the men. I looked the whole report up.
Yes.
You feeding your kids school food is where they actually putting the chemicals in the food. So
Yes.
what you gonna say?
And you know what it's called, Drawbones? It's called endocrine disruptors.
There
They're
you go.
putting estrogen. They putting this estrogen stuff over. They over estrogizing us, man.
Right. Correct.
Yes,
We see
because
it.
it makes too much estrogen makes women masculine and make males feminine.
Correct.
Exactly. And let me check this out while you mentioned all the women, because March is Women's History Month, so we want to put respect and shout out to all the women. You know what I'm saying, throughout history, man, especially Black American history, that done put that work in and they didn't get their just due. You know what I'm saying? We saying salute to the highest most power.
Well, our women will be one of the most important parts of this change. But and also will be one of the hardest groups to change from their ways, because our women are supporting the gay movement. Our women are supporting the abortion movement. Our women are supporting whatever is thrown on TV, and that is our problem. They listen to the the news and follow that before they follow their man or they follow their Bible. I mean, there's only, you know, there's many things I look at in the Bible and I can say, well, that could be taken this way or that way. But homosexuality, no, that's pretty cut and dry. I think God made that very clear after he finished destroying a few cities over that. And when you look back at it, he even turned it into salt. So I don't
Right.
see where no so-called Christian should ever support it. Now, do you need ways in order to deal with it when it's close to your family? Yes. Should there be some kind of support or groups that can help you navigate through that? Yes. But what you shouldn't be doing is supporting it and participating in it. Because
Yep.
if you don't know nothing else, you know that will put you in a bad way with God.
And let me
Now,
say something,
yes,
bro.
sir.
Now, you know, I had got into it today with a certain so-called alleged man of God, right? And so he wanted to drive on like that. So he jumps on my page. I put a meme on my page about how long will Black Americans vote blindly blue, no matter who. And so he want to jump on there and get sassy. Well, what they supposed to do? Vote red? And we weren't even talking about red. We were just talking about blue because we know that our people majority vote blue. We know this, okay? We're going to vote blue no matter who. It was handed down through traditions. Even my cousin got on the post inside the mentions on the comments. She said, Yeah, cause I pretty much did it because my mom them handed it down to me like it was a bad set of luggage or some shit. They handed it down to me in our family. She said, but now that I'm older, I know different, so I don't identify politically the same way anymore that I did when my mom them introduced me to politics. So I asked the preacher, I say, so I know you ain't. I say, now you're a man of God. This ain't no way you can be voting blue, right? I say that goes against all the laws of God. And you already know what scripture he gonna try to throw out there, and then what the scripture tell him. Don't add or take from God's word, right? He literally added some shit in there and then took some more shit out. He talking about, people got free will. I say they got free will to do what's righteous, not to do what's wrong. That's how that scripture go. That's how that allegory go. That's what I told him. And so he talk about, well, see, looking at, see, it's people like you always who don't even believe in Christianity. I say, you don't know what I believe in. See, I say, now there you go judging now. I say, so you see why the church is failing the people right now, right? I say, so you telling me a 7-year-old, he ain't had no answer for this, a 7-year-old has the free will to become a transformer on his own. That's what you telling me. If we going by your logic, if we going by your doctrine, all y'all doing is passing a bunch of sermons and scriptures around. None of you read the Bible for what it is. You get what I'm saying? So I told him, I say, bro, this is why. I say, what have the Democrats done for your community? What have the Democrats done or contributed or donated to your church? When you vote blind, go ahead.
Hey, let me ask you this, brother, because you mentioned it. Where in the Bible, the scripts that I specifically identify that you have to be a Christian to be righteous? Talk to me. Anybody on the panel? Anybody on the panel? What scripts have y'all read?
No.
I'm talking about unedited, unrevised scripts. My bad. Let me be right. Dry bone. What you talking about?
Dry bone.
Yeah, there's no scripture.
The Helios, Bilibilos.
There's no scripture. Matter of fact, they weren't even Christian at that time.
Right. They sure weren't. And and gentlemen, to touch on the touch on our homosexuality epidemic. That's what I call it. Epidemic. Because I remember growing up, they say, we used to stand around and say, man, would you do blankety blank for $1 million? And y'all know back in the 70s and 80s, boy, $1 million was a whole lot of money. Still is today, but nothing like back then. And we'd be like, oh, heck no, not even an option. But now, these jokers, they'll be like, well, nobody know, I might as well. But if y'all look up, gentlemen, ladies, whoever listening to this, look up Dr. Tyrone Hayes. Dr. Tyrone Hayes, he was the brother that did the study for Monsanto. And his study showed, y'all check this, atrazine, the drug atrazine, which the chemical atrazine, which is used on a lot of the produce and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That Monsanto cell, atrazine, can cause complete sex reversal. Check this out. In male African frogs.
Wow.
Complete sex reversal. And you can look that up. And that's Dr. Tyrone atrazine.
I've heard of that medication too. I've heard of that.
Yeah. And that pesticide, I'm telling you, that pesticide is it turns male frogs into females.
Right. And then the military used it. We did a show on this. The military, they was going to feminize the Iraqi army to make them all turn gay, they claim, because that's by supposedly, but that's not the truth, that they, that's a taboo for them. So they already doing it. And then I'm gonna say this. I think they put in the water in Georgia. Because
that explains a lot.
Remember, the CDC is there. Now, we watched the movie 3 the Hard Way. The 3 the Hard Way movie was based on Fred Wilson and them and Jim Kelly trying to stop neo-Nazis from messing with the water, and then come flip Michigan, and the movie is in Michigan.
Wow.
Come on, man. It's like subliminal.
Connect the dots.
Yeah, connect the dots. And that's what they did. We don't have Pastor on the program, Pinky Pickney on the program. He was the one that got busted for telling on him, and they got mad.
And locked him up.
Yeah, they locked him up. And the water, to this day, they have not cleaned up Flint, Michigan.
That was old Barry. That was old Barry say, "Oh, I'll drink the water here." It's
right.
Here. Well, you already sassy as hell, so it ain't gonna really hurt you.
Where are you at in Mexico or something? This is in the United States. Why is it not cleaned up? Flint, Michigan water should have been cleaned up right after that came about.
Right.
If they were truly interested in solving the problem.
Correct.
And
water gonna be a commodity soon.
Correct.
Well, one thing about water is this, and what most of our people need to realize. You can get water from the air. Go ahead on and get you a little machine so you can get your own water from the air. Because what we breathe, H2O.
Yep. And get the filter. Get the filter, y'all. It's being the best one you can get that take any water from anywhere, stagnant, whatever, to make it where it be a drinkable, just in case you're in an area where something may happen. I tell people all the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, keep something. At least you don't know.
Right. And
especially storms. Storms could cause bad water problem if it breaks these water veins, and so y'all got to be aware of all that just in case. One thing we got to understand about the water that we drink, and really all water, because all water comes down to one thing: is being filtered. Yep.
Whether it's coming from the sky or it's coming out your tap, is pee water, is boo-boo water.
Yep.
It's going through dirt, grass, sand, gravel.
Yep.
And then it's matriculating, evaporating back up to the sky, filling up the clouds, and it's dropping down on us. It's called rain.
That's all it
precipitation.
Condensation, evaporation, condensation.
Right. And so what's happening with our filters? We're just doing it all in a smaller sense, so we can drink it. So you got people saying, I'm not gonna drink that water from the tap. It ain't nothing but doo-doo water. Well, guess what? All the water we drink is doo-doo water. When you go to the beach, you go swim in doo-doo water.
Hey, don't go there, man, because I work with the water plant. They got them. Don't go to Virginia Key. I'm telling you straight up. Anywhere the water plant near a beach, do not swim near that beach. And we got 2 of them down here in South Florida. That's Virginia Key.
Do not swim near a water plant. Beach. Don't swim in beach water near a water plant.
Hey, Davon,
yeah, they got to put the shit. Y'all don't. What you said, man. People take going to the bathroom lightly, man. I suggest you realize going to the bathroom is a luxury, because if those pipes do not take it to the proper section, it'll be a sanitation problem so bad. And you better need some of these islands that got bad smells. That's because they got a bad sewage system. So going to the bathroom, flushing that toilet, you hit it on the nose. It go to all the water plants that go through filter, and then they actually takes that doo-doo and make it into fertilizer. Right?
Yes.
Yes. Hey, bro. Bro, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Bones. We grew up in the area. They call it the 3 Ds.
Dead, dump, doo-doo.
Yep.
The dump, and the doo-doo. We got a graveyard right beside a wastewater plant, and then all the houses was built on the damn top of a junkyard.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
So we grew up.
That's what they always see when they redline the black throwback Thursday. When they redline the black community, I know most of us on the panel already know this, but when they redline the black communities, they put black communities in the most hazardous parts of the
Yes.
cities and whatnot.
No doubt.
They were either near a bunch of power lines, they were either near just bad and or whatever. And that's what they gave us. And then they get us to go through all the problems of being there, and then they clean it up or let us stay there while they get cleaned up. And then once we clean it up, then they start the gentrification.
Mm.
Yep.
Because it's good enough for them to live.
Okay. Yep. But listen, let's get right on here. So we're about to let y'all hear about some more identity politics and the dangers of identity politics. Now, I'm not saying, like Drybone said just a minute ago, that the Republicans don't have their flaws. But one thing you won't see in the Republican Party out loud is what do they call it? Infighting. Infighting. Watch this.
Legislative power, we have no executive power, we have no judicial power. We have no legislative power, we have no executive power, we have no judicial power. So when you're out of power, you're an opposition party. And go and tell all of the people that are sending you and asking you for money, justify what you did, justify what you did wrong, and tell us what you're going to do different. Because what you've done ain't worth a shit. Get your head around that. And all of the Washington-based Democrats farting around, going to.
Now this dude is a Democrat. He's a Democrat politician. He's a senator.
Wine and cheese parties and talking about how misogynistic race. Get your ass out of Washington and go work on a 2026 campaign and do penance to make up for your goddamn arrogance and stupidity. Well, we're going to say we told you so. We told you this identity shit was disaster. We told you to get out in front of public safety issues. You didn't. We told you to have an open process and demonstrate the magnificent and staggering and deep talent that exists in the modern Democratic Party. You didn't. We told you to differentiate yourself from Biden. You didn't. I hate to be some fucking know-it-all, but all of these things are part of the record.
James Carville, huh?
James Carville.
Yeah, he's not a senator. He was a political campaign.
I thought he's a representative, ain't he?
Yeah, he put the campaigns together for presidents, like he did. Him and his wife, right. he did what's the name of the Clintons? But him and his wife had a show back in the day.
Political strategist.
Strategist, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And remember back in the day, I'm gonna show you how they played this game. He was a Democrat and his wife was Madeline somebody. She's a Republican, and they made a killing doing versus U versus D, and they made a killing. Everybody used to watch it back in the day. Crossfire was one of the other shows they had where both sides would battle each other, which I have no problem with that. I think both sides should be looked at. You have to have a debate, but did you see the one where he went berserk the other day? That's old.
Yeah.
He got one where he's spitting, saying he got Trump deranged syndrome, and
he went off on the
ass. What kind of crazy shit? I think he drinking, man. That's
drinking. They crashing out. They crashing out.
Yeah, they crashing out.
They crashing out. They lost. They don't have nothing to stand on. They crashing out.
Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, did y'all watch the chick Hasselback on The View? She ate them up. Did y'all see that?
Oh, the one, she used to be a host on there, didn't she?
Right. She was a host. She went on there and said, she said, all y'all had to get screened. Yeah, find that one. She said, all y'all had to be screened to come in here just to hear us talk. She said, so what y'all talking about? She ate them up. She ate them up nicely, though. She did a nice job on that. Beautiful job on eating them up there. Because they trying to act like voting is a problem without ID, and we can't go nowhere without ID. See, that's the trick right there. Who will go along with that? Got to be done. I'm gonna tell. I gotta go get your ID.
Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the mother. You're right. I got Trump derangement syndrome. I hate the mother. And you know what? I don't want to get rid of it. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. I want to hate him more. I pray to God in heaven, God reign the righteous reign of Trump derangement syndrome. Pray for me, Lord. I'm your vessel on this earth. Pray for the people that listen to this. We want more. We want to hate the son of a so much that we can't see straight.
Boy, you gonna talk about
That's crazy.
Identity politics.
Oh my God.
Identity politics. And listen to this chick. Listen to this chick right here. And hey, Shaq, this is the guy I was telling you about, that damn comedian guy who he be trying to act like he a Black American, but he be really copping for Nigerians and all of them. See this Nigerian guy sitting beside him right here. What?
Who, Godfrey?
Godfrey, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta watch these cats, man. These cats is spies, man.
Because we all eat
Let me tell you.
We all eat plants.
Well,
everybody's connected by the big banana.
The big banana connects us all. Everyone eating plantain. You are African, whether you like it or not. Your makeup's gonna get messed up. Plantain, maduros is plantain. Plátano. Why you messing up her makeup? You know where else? You know where else we're seeing that though? That same type of division where you're talking about the Indians and with the blacks, the Black and Indians, we're seeing the same thing here in the United States though. With Black Africans, Black immigrants, we're seeing a lot of that, and a lot of that has to do. We were talking about that. There's not a lot of information. And I don't say information, teachings of colonialism and how colonialism destroyed Africa. And likewise in Africa, there's not like a lot of going on about the civil rights, right? Because you're all the way in Africa. So when the two come together, it's like, you know, this thing that's happened, you know?
And I think the difference is that there are three sort of sets of Black people that are in the diaspora. They're the Africans who were enslaved in their own.
By the way, Joy Reid is a Congolese, but she been speaking for you for the last, 8 years? This is what identity politics gets you. It gets people that think that they can come here and speak for you who have no interest whatsoever that coincides with the interests of your own people and your own cultures and in your these people. Look at her. She trying to tell you about white folks is bad, but she got blonde hair. Let's let her rock.
And let me add to that too.
Yes. You know, if you were Kikuyu.
What's they say?
They speaking for so-called Black Africans, but you notice them same so-called Black Africans when they go to Europe and go to London and stuff, they don't never tell you how they getting treated over there, and they go to these heavily Caucasian countries and nations and shit, and they don't, but they always talk about the treatment in America though. Absolutely. Bro, come on, bro, y'all niggas they be capping, bro. They all in Canada. They all in. You got some of them that's in Japan. Bro, you remember Throwback Thursday, Dawson? What was going on during the pandemic when they showed the video of them Japanese when we was spanking them damn Africa? Beating their ass with the powders on. Yeah. Come on, man.
Look what they was doing in Ukraine. Them Africans that was over there in Ukraine, they was kicking them off, wouldn't let them get on the train.
What civil rights in Africa did they have?
Broke out. They was kicking the Africans off the train. They didn't want to get them.
Yeah, they was kicking them off the train.
Get free, to go to Poland because of the war. They was kicking them off the train.
So what civil rights? Dry Bones, Urban Matters. What civil rights did she talking about? They did in Africa? Where? When?
Correct. Let's hear. Let's see what she's talking about.
Is this her show? What is this? A Xhosa person in South Africa, they enslaved your ass right there. And when they were done enslaving you, you got rid of them for the most part. They either left or they left behind their colonial system, but they colonized you in your own place where you live. Then you have the people who were stolen, and you either went to a country like a Brazil or to the Caribbean. And so you experienced just horrific, degrading slavery, but that was about enslaving people and then using their bodies up and then letting them die and then going and getting more. And so you had a more holistically Black culture because you really maintained your Africanness in a lot of ways. And then when you died, they just went and got a different person. You weren't like being bred like cattle. Chattel slavery really only took place in the United States and Canada, but mainly, right? And so this is a different mentality. These people were told that slavery was endemic to being Black. The African Americans were sort of taught or told that just being Black or having any African ancestry meant that you were endemically enslaved forever.
To Europe.
That is not the case.
Liar.
See what I'm talking about? But this what
Oh, it only
happens,
happened in America. You're a damn lie, man.
This
They
what
got
happened.
mixed. Hey, they got mixed Caribbean colonies in Europe right now, in London and all them places, bro. Townships, man. Stop it.
I'm jumping at the bits. Oh my God. Yeah. That's BS to the highest level of BSity. But you know, that is the narrative that the other side wants drilled into our heads. Let me ask you, how many of y'all remember? You know, why is it? Tell me this. Why is it every time they try to take slavery out of the school system, the whole quote unquote history of slavery out of the school system, black folk line up to try to fight to keep it in?
Man.
Because the problem for me with that narrative is, number one, it's inaccurate. It don't give a complete narrative. It just want to make us sound like poor dumb niggas. Oh, yeah, my bad. And weak. You know, they love telling that tale about how the slave master will come into your house and take your wife out and have sex with her. And that poor sorry Negro boy, he didn't do nothing but get mad. Man, please.
Bro, Sister Shell, you got anything else for us? Or the back that up what Bro Mark saying?
Yeah, it's funny how Joy Reid is talking about slavery. What about all the killing and the murder and the tribalism that go on in her country in the Congo? Now, this ain't even dealing with colonizing. What about the guy from Belgium? It's a documentary y'all can put up on YouTube. I think it's
Leopold.
King Leopold. Why she ain't talking about that?
Right.
Talk about that. Go look at all them people in Congo, the Congolese, whatever you want to call them, that was slaughtered. Millions over rubber.
Yes.
This is what I'm telling you. All the foreigners among us, Godfrey, you claim to be pro-black, but you see how they all connect back together with their African heritage. See, that's why I keep saying we are not of them. We don't look like them people. We don't act like them people. We not of them people. We not from that. Even when they come over here, they don't move in our neighborhoods. They don't even like to be around us, right? They love to put bleach on their skin, you know, and you know they jealous of us because they men love us and because our skin natural, we got the nice hair and all that. That's another.
And I go a little bit farther than that, right quick. Can you hear me?
She stopped.
Yes, sir.
She froze.
She froze up. Yeah, she froze up.
Hear me?
No, she froze up. Okay, she back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying they men even like us, right? But the thing about it with Joe Reid, and I ain't on this check, I know you want to get in. Why Joe Reid ain't talk about all the white women that they left at MSNBC? Bussy Lemonade got let go. Oprah gone, right? She gone. Al Sharpton, I don't even know if he got a show anymore. I remember he went from the weekdays to the weekends. He gone. Why she not talking about that? Why she not talking about what just happened to Jasmine Crockett? How the demon Obama ain't even back her. He didn't even back Jasmine Crockett. The cosplaying ghetto hood wannabe sister girl, she wasn't even back. Why Joe Reid ain't talking about that? Talk about your country. See, this is where we need to start. Go make your country great again. Joy Reid, everything you've learned over there, go take that back to your country. Go make your country back great again. That's why I always tell them nurses I work with, America in my country, shut your mouth. I'm the only one that can criticize America. Show some respect, because if it wasn't for our ancestors, y'all wouldn't even be over here. And now y'all saying now, because now white folks even want y'all up out of here. But this is the disrespect that they do. And I don't know who gave her a show, but this definitely need to be called out. I'm going to find the show and I'm going to get in her comments. Because this has to stop. It has to end.
And real quick, real quick before real quick, brother Shaq. I'm sorry, I just want to end just one sentence or something like that. They would still be having problems in South Africa if it wasn't for American blacks.
Talk about it.
Because Jesse Jackson and the American blacks start boycotting over here, and that made apartheid stop over there. Otherwise, they would still be going through it.
I'm glad you said it because that backs up what I'm about to say. You said this one from Condoleezza, and you talking about this African difference. The Portuguese, which were melanated individuals, went down into those parts of Africa, the central and western part of Africa, and they called them people Bantu people, which is it's a whole big area. The Congo was in that area, but they first started calling people Bantu people. Then they secondly started was the first ones that they was identified as what? Negroes, considered Negro land by the Portuguese. Now the Portuguese they was melanin individuals too. So how did that become a synonymous terminology for Americans when we weren't even speaking that type of dialogue? Talk to me. I'll wait.
Wow.
I'll wait. So they played a part in them mixing with us. They did a great job of mixing them in us, and then, like you said, throwing on their traumas onto us, making us the slaves when they was enslaving their own people tribally over there. They teamed up with the European. Still teamed up with the European, the European.
Well, when you seen that movie, Pink Leopold, then you see the Africans had the fez on. They were the ones that were chopping the wrist off when they didn't do it. So the people don't realize the ones wearing the fez, they come from Morocco.
That's correct.
Yeah. So they doing something heavy duty, but the Africans here, you got to be careful with that as well because of the fact that they got their own economy for themselves. You either have to marry one of them to get into the group, and they don't take a Black America seriously because if you listen to them, they love America. I've never heard one saying a bad one wherever I've been. They happy to be here. Now Godfrey and them is spies to me because
I'm telling you,
Joy Reid, all of them must say that. Remember, you just said it earlier. Y'all hit it on the nose. Y'all hit it. The media hires them. The media already know they spies. Now they hire.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Because Joy Reid been playing a Black U.S. woman since when I found that out. I think a couple years back. I was in shock. Before they fired her, I said she not even from here. So she had me fooled because I thought she was straight up New York.
What? Let me ask you, Dry Bones. Did you ever see that?
Well,
I put the clip in.
No wig she wore, but okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't know.
You can tell now. You see that hairline?
Yeah. You could tell, and she's sounding different now. There
you go.
Yeah, she sounded like when she told people found out. I thought that was strange how she came out, and they got rid of her behind first. I think she was one of the first to go too.
But I think they set her up because who would tell her to get on TV every day and talk about racist white men? There wasn't no setup.
I think they did. I think they told her that, and because podcasting is so popular now, you can make just as much money almost on podcasting. She got a group. She got all the Black Democrat people.
I got you.
Yeah, she got. Oh yeah, because remember the podcasting crew. Now that I'm looking at all the people up that own them, man, they are owned by the Khazars. All these podcasters companies are owned by the Khazars, and they know what's going on, so they put together and they know. I tell people all the time, we independent at the moment, but they will start to listen to these programs that are as this war keep going on, that people are going to realize that they're the ones getting rich off of this. But I'm gonna play something. I ain't got it now, but they ain't there for no oil. They ain't there for. They ain't there.
No.
They found gold.
Oh yeah. I've been saying it for 10 years. The money game. Throwback Thursday. Urban Matters BMG.
Yeah, we're gonna show that one. And last one before I let y'all return. they killed many of the Afro Iran people. That area they hit with the girls at school at, that's the highest concentration of Afro. They came from the slave trade from the Indian Ocean, and they jacked them up. They jacked them up. That's another one that's going to be hard for people to. So and Israel is just as racist to the Ethiopians. I don't even know why the Ethiopians be playing this game.
Them.
Yeah, they thought they was there. You go sterilize them. I said to myself, how you gonna act like you? I don't get it. It's weird. It's weird.
Stockholm syndrome at its finest.
White is right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Love your captor.
But the identity politics Urban Matters is what I sent you that clip, the 1963 clip with the civil rights with these celebrities.
Right.
Marlon Brando, Charleston Heston, they had James Baldwin on there, and they had Harry Belafonte, and what's the other guy, the dark skinned guy from Bahama,
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier.
48.
And they was this was a syndicated news.
Back then.
This was a syndicated news. That might have been ABC or CBS, one of them. And they were sitting there at the table talking civil rights, 1963, bro.
You send that out, man. Put that up on your.
I sent it to you, Brother Juice, in your Instagram. I sent you the clip.
That's a good one.
Because we need to run that back. What was they talking about, and why was they talking about civil rights?
That's right. And they all married white women.
And they all they all of them not even from here. Well, one of them married to a
That's
white
the whole right there. That's right there. They're not here, and they were celebrities.
None of them are from here.
All of them.
Yeah, and they all were part of Hollywood. Hollywood.
Yes, they did.
Marlon Brando, Charleston Heston, all of them. Them was foreigners.
Wow.
All of them. But they rose to prominence on the celebrity
What's the ugly one? James. What's the other one?
James
Baldwin. What's his
James Baldwin? He on there. He was on there too.
Yeah, with the white. The white man he married too, and he ain't from here neither.
James Baldwin was gay.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, the Bush-fied man.
Yeah, he was London. When he from London or some shit, a brick. He was a brick.
Somewhere like that. Cause remember, Shaq, they brought him from over there to over here.
Exactly.
Nobody ever heard of him. They planted. See, when Kanye was talking about these people plants, that's what he means. They're plants. They plant them here. Yeah. The Cardi B's, they're planted here. The Drakes, the 50 Cent, they're plants.
When did you send it, Shaq?
100%. Huh? It's in your Instagram. On your Instagram, look at your Instagram.
Put it in the group chat, Shaq, so we can.
You probably sent it a long time ago, huh?
No. I just sent it tonight. I resent it tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just resent it tonight. Let me see.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I see it right here. Sister Shay, you want to play this one right quick?
Okay, yeah, let me maximize it.
Put forward the statistics that zero illegals released into the U.S. for 10 months straight have not crossed, okay? That nearly 3 million aliens have left the United States, that we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, that fentanyl trafficking is down 56% at the border, and daily encounters have gone down 96%. Hang on one second. We need a strong border, especially now with our current global situation. And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily lives. How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience. They had to go through security to get through the border, to get right here, to just hear us talk. We need strong borders more than ever right now. We are being infiltrated.
But listen, can I give you
on the border when Renee Good and Alex Peretti were murdered, and death is not a mistake. That was a murder. No,
that is a murder.
Now let me finish.
As were those killed by illegal immigrants.
Let's not be dismissive about the fact.
I'm not dismissive. I just said all their lives matter.
And they just got rid of her. I heard Sonny, what her name?
Oh, they got rid of him?
Yeah, I think they just recently dropped her. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She wasn't no use for a slave no more.
Yep, you're not no use. Well, she not one of us anyway, Brother Juice.
Right. You know I know.
They're not one of. They're not effective.
You know I know.
Oh, you can't keep these niggers entertained. Oh, you gotta go, Roland Martin.
You're not useful anymore. You can't keep them in line.
Joy Reid, you're not useful. Al Sharpton, you're not useful.
All of them, they done got all of them out of there.
Yeah, Donna Brazile. I don't see her come on CNN no more. You right.
I call them dish rags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the dish rag crew.
pretty much. And listen, Brother Juice, you know why they got her back on there, right? House her back. Because she used to be on the show, right?
Right.
They ratings effing up. They
Oh, yeah,
need
they rating.
they need that other side. They race is messing up. I mean,
Yeah.
their ratings are low.
What
People
and
not buying
also
it.
the elites are saying, hey,
Look at their audience. It's full of liberal, lunatic, Democrat women. Look at the audience.
That's all. I saw it.
That tells a lot.
The V, you know what the V be, right?
Correct.
That's why it's called the View.
There you go.
Correct. Wow. Here go that video, Marlon Brando. Y'all heard it here first. Urban Matters BMG exclusive. Marlon Brando, James Baldwin, Sidney Poitier.
He comes home a man of 32. And they started telling me I couldn't talk to myself.
In a television studio in Washington on August 28, 1963, a small group from Hollywood, California joined to give their own personally held views of the civil rights gathering which took place on that day.
Never once did you give him.
Here, as citizens committed to the cause of civil rights, are
Very sympathetic.
James Baldwin,
And yet I had to do something very difficult, Sidney.
Harry Belafonte,
He's intelligent and articulate, but he's also
Marlon Brando,
turned up. Yeah. And the problem I
Charlton
faced was
Heston,
human sympathy, but I had to be a relentless
Joseph Mankiewicz,
get his story and to be sympathetically placable.
and Sidney Poitier.
But press him without being mean to him.
The moderator, David
Gentlemen,
Schoenblum.
I think that it's about time to begin our discussion. We're here in the studio today with 7 men who have 2 things in common. They're entertainers and artists, and they've all come to Washington. They're 7 out of some 200,000 American citizens who came to the Capitol to march for freedom and for jobs. They came from many states of the Union, and in many states, what brought them to Washington, and how long they've been on this road, this march for jobs and freedom. Let's begin with a very well-known American novelist, one of our best writers, James Baldwin. Mr. Baldwin, what brought you to the March on Washington?
I could say the fact that I was born a Negro in this country. More concretely, I felt there was no way for me not to be involved with what impresses me as being the most significant, the most important, the most loaded demonstration to free Americans that has ever happened in this country.
Well, we'll talk more about that later, but first let's quickly get from each and every one of you. Mr. Brando, have you been on this road for a long time?
I don't know. There was a time when nobody was on the road, really. There was a time when Rosa Parks stood up in a bus in Montgomery, Alabama, and from that date, the Montgomery bus boycott took place. And somewhere in the 50s, 18 Negroes in a Georgia prison camp broke their legs with sledgehammers to bring attention to the condition that they were in. And slowly, bit by bit, I became involved in this issue, and I guess my springboard was listening to Martin Luther King speak about the woe and distress in California.
Joe Mankiewicz, writer, producer, director.
Well, like all Americans, I've been involved in what I call human rights ever since I was born in this country. I think that what has happened to me recently is that I've become...
Ever since you was born.
Hollywood.
Script. These niggas.
Man, look at the last name, Shaq. Look at the last name. He a small Smurf hat.
Yeah, we know that.
Hollywood. Look at the last
Nigga
name.
say he was born in. Man, stop it.
Man, please.
And all y'all benefited from that.
Movement. They hijacked the civil rights movement.
Yes, they did.
The fact that this is an inalienable thing and something that must exist if America is to exist and if our image is to exist and if our moral fiber is to exist. And this urgency and my awareness of it brought me here.
I felt this sense of urgency myself, Mr. Poitier, and I noticed today, all day long, in all the speeches and all the placards, I saw the word or heard the word now, repeated with insistency. Was it for you a case of urgency and now, or has this been something that you've been fighting for a long time?
Well, the nature of my life over the last 36 years has been such that an urgency...
48, that's French or something, ain't it? Haitian or something, ain't it?
Yeah, he from French. Yeah, he probably Haitian.
Yeah, he Bahamian.
Yeah, that's French.
Yeah, he Bahamian.
Uh-huh.
He Bahamian. Check it out, though, just to be sure.
They started it.
See, there was evident today has been bubbling in me personally for most of these years, at least most of the years I came into adulthood.
Oh, you can hear that accent a little bit too, that Caribbean accent.
I became interested in the civil rights struggle out of a necessity to survive. And I think my interest started many years ago, never as intensely, however, as it exists today.
How about a personal participation, such as today's extraordinary participation? Is this a rare experience for you?
No, it is not a rare experience for me. I found, having lived in New York and in other parts of America over the last 20 years, since I came from the Caribbean, I found it necessary for self-protection and for to perpetuate my survival that I involve myself in any activity that would ease my burden momentarily.
And what was the involvement of Mr. Charlton Heston?
2 years ago, I picketed some restaurants in Oklahoma, but with that one exception, up until very recently, like most Americans, I expressed my support of civil rights largely by talking about it at cocktail parties, I'm afraid. But again, like many Americans this summer, I could no longer pay only lip service to a cause that was so urgently right and in a time that is so urgently now.
Running breaks your joints. Tai Chi builds them back. After 50...
Y'all know we on the budget.
Mr. Belafonte, many of us have felt, I particularly as a reporter around the world, I've seen things happen in certain countries at a given moment where what the French call a prise de conscience takes place, a sudden awareness.
They telling you right there where all I'm from, Caribbean, French.
Awareness of the problem. Now, I know in your case this hasn't been sudden.
But you let most black people tell it. Now, I'm going to just tell you, Belafonte, he was stumping the ground harder for a lot of these, more hard than a lot of these civil rights leaders, you know, I mean, but again, we don't know what the agenda was behind it, and we don't know who was funding him.
Been very active in.
But they say he put a lot of his own money into a lot of the movements. What's y'all take on that?
The civil rights movement, have you not?
Yes, I have.
Could you tell us a bit about your own role in civil rights?
Well, civil rights are something that I inherited, or at least a struggle for civil rights. I got it from my mother and my father, and they got it from their mothers and their fathers. And to be in Washington today was for me an accumulation of a number of generations of black Americans who have been trying to appeal to the conscience of white supremacy and a superior force that has denied and disenfranchised the Negro for so long. And that to be in Washington was for me today a beginning, really, a kind of a climax to generations of hope. And having been deeply immersed in the civil rights struggle and having been at the beginning of so many important civil rights issues in this country and demonstrations, it was indeed a very powerful moment to see 200,000 people, mostly black people, but also white people, and to know that a nation such as America, and the reason that I struggle with it so hard and I grapple with it so hard is because I really believe in the potential of this country. And this country has not realized its potential. It has not even begun to scratch its surface in the humanities. And because I do feel strongly about that potential and because of the kind of inheritance I've had, it was necessary for me to be there today.
Mr. Belafonte, you are, I think, one of the lieutenants of Martin Luther King, who was one of the most respected leaders of the movement. We all heard Mr. King say today that this was perhaps the greatest day for freedom in modern American history. Perhaps we could ask Mr. Brando to tell us what that means to him. Do you think then, if it's the greatest day for freedom, that this is the beginning of some tremendous change in our country? And if so, how do you see it developing?
Well, this is a revolution, of course, that is sweeping our country now, and that if it ends up properly, perhaps Indians will be given some of their land back that they have
right there. Stay right there. I was waiting for him to say that. Because the movement of Indians, the civil rights was Indian civil rights. So they took the Indian off of it and they made civil rights for everybody. So This was I was trying to figure out who was pushing the civil rights, the remix of the Indian civil rights. Because all these people weren't in this damn country when that stuff was going on. Feel me?
Right.
They came in getting jobs after the Civil War. They came in getting jobs. Remember, the Civil War was because of what? Because them damn crackers some of them crackers that came in early in the early 1800s, we was the major workforce. We was the driving workforce, us melanated blacks. Yes. There was a rebellion. It wasn't even a civil war. It was a rebellion. It's not even, you can't look up no documents in the Library of Congress where it's saying the Civil War. It's a rebellion.
Yes.
They rebelled because it was a labor dispute. Because we had the most jobs. We was the laborers. We had the most jobs, bro. And we was profiting.
Yeah, but industry, it was agriculture fighting industrial jobs. Because after the Civil War, most of the blacks moved up north. And so, yeah, it's basically money.
Money game.
Because once you leave the land, once the blacks left the land to get to these new industrial jobs, they confiscate the land easier.
Right.
It's like it's like a chess move, man. This is a chess game, baby. High level. At the highest level. That's what this is.
With terror.
Some of the things that we like, those actors. Now, Harry Belafonte and James Baldwin they were born in Harlem, but Harry Belafonte got Jamaican roots, but Baldwin from the. And then you got to look at the blacks in the Hollywood. After they got from that guy that you say the small hats was the producer. Remember, they all got great movies after that.
For sure.
Call Me Mr. Tibbs. Harry Belafonte was great. Him and Bill Cosby, Let's Do It Again franchise and all that. It played a part in all that for them to do the civil rights movement for them people because they got benefits later.
They got benefits. And you said Harlem. That was the Harlem Renaissance. The so-called small hats invested in that Harlem Renaissance. Yep. To bring them in and to to empower them.
They financed all the jazz. Rothschild's his daughter, she loved black folks. She was screwing a bunch of jazz musicians. She took them all over to Europe. That's how they got to Europe, was through her. I forgot her name, but her name is something Rothschild.
And let's be honest, that Harlem Renaissance was nothing but a new installment of what? Another Negro project. You know what I'm saying? A Negro experiment. To empower you only in entertainment, you know what I'm saying, and nothing academically, nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing political, but just entertainment.
Wow.
Sports and entertainment.
This is deep, man. Man. Boy, thank you for this one here, Shaq. Boy, this dropping some jewels right here. Man.
On by treaty. Certainly the benefit of all minorities, Jews, Filipinos, Chinese.
It is all one big minority. They were setting us up way back then.
Negroes, Hindustani, Koreans, all people will benefit. Today was an unprecedented.
Sound like Kamala. All people will benefit.
All people will benefit.
It is the only time in history, I believe, in America when two.
But do y'all see how fast they start out with us, but then they pivot to everybody else? This is what I mean about identity politics. This was a perfect video, Shaq. Perfect example pointing out how your movement, how your culture, how your ethnicity, how your foundational representation to this land, your foundational ownership to this land can be hijacked right through civil rights, right through all type of identity politics, Jedi mind trick. Vote blue no matter who must end. It must end. The Democrat Party has officially crashed out, and we are now canceling their asses.
Over 200,000 people have gathered to say with one voice and with one spirit, one cause. And I think that it's easy to oversimplify this problem. The problem seems to me a subtler one, and it has to do with hatred. It's true that the Avambundu tribe, which roamed from an area of, I think, Tanganyika to Angola was responsible for the acquisition of 15 million of their fellow Negroes, citizens, and sold them into slavery.
There's no proof of that. There is no evidence, and he can't prove it. 15, that's a lot of people, what he just said.
15 million, bro?
That's a lot of people.
What year?
It gotta have some evidence. What year? Some type of evidence. 15 million people and you ain't got everything just disappeared, everything gone. Come on, man. My birthday was yesterday, but I was not born yesterday.
That have gone on in between the white races will testify to this inherent anger that all men feel. And no matter where you look, whether it's in...
And notice he talking very passive. He's saying all men. What men? What men were doing this enslaving? You see how they protect themselves? See, this is a product of what they call it, abolitionist mindset.
Yeah.
What country he say they did this in?
He said it was Angola.
Angola and Tanganyika or some shit. He said Tanganyika or something.
Yeah, Tanzania.
Franco, Spain.
Right.
Or Chiang Kai-shek's government, or in some of the South American countries, the distress that you see in Haiti today gives evidence of the fact that we are all, as human beings, filled with anguish and hatred and fear. And I think that is what we are expressly addressing ourselves here to today here in this movement. I think it's one step closer to trying to understand the human heart, to trying to understand what is it that has produced this? What excuse is it that we give ourselves to give the expression to burning children with cattle prods and destroying people?
You know, as I listen... And see, this is my thing with the white abolitionists, the liberal. They'll sit here all day, tell you about what happened, what you went through, because they got to keep reminding you. Don't think about it. Think about it. The dominant society always has to keep reminding you to let you know, hey, man, we'll take you back there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, pay attention. They always will tell you what happened, who did it, where it was happening, but they never say, you know what? Let's get the checkbook out. They never say that. Let's get the check. Let's get them bags going, because that's the only thing going to fix it.
Exactly. But they all want to talk about the... You right? Say it again.
Go ahead. Economic repair. Because think about it. Slavery was a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with your feelings. These people got enriched. These countries got enriched. Just about damn near every country that had power was involved in slave trading.
Yeah, because look at Bruno, and is he Italian? I know he played the. Then he talking all this shit, but then he played the damn Godfather.
Yeah, he played Godfather.
Now we know that's one of the most deplorable industries or legacies is the mobs coming from Britain, England, and the damn Italian mob and the Russian mob, because they all was all they got rich off them movies.
He really off. It says that Angola had a massacre by the time they talking 61.
Mm-hmm.
Only killed. That's what it says. They were bombed. They only killed 7,000 civilians. That's what it say. Then they said they had another conflict in 75, which killed 500,000 to 1.5 million. That's all I see.
And then when Joe Biden was in office, he did some type of call himself doing some type of reparative repair for the Angolians. He did something. He gave some money or something to Angola when he was in office, did some type of ceremony. I got to look that up. I got to look that up.
Listen to you. This broadcast too was a preamble, because what happened in 1965, Dry Bones? What legislation in 1965?
Civil rights bill.
And that allowed what? It allowed those immigrants, the early immigrants, to allow for their family members to bring their family members over.
Yeah, they did.
And give them the benefits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He did the immigration bill.
Come on, bro. Let's talk about it. So, man.
Keep telling y'all, man.
Why he don't talk about what happened in Italy, over there in Italy, Urban?
Correct.
Why didn't they ever talk about them niggas, how them damn Neapolitans and they treated the Sicilians and all that shit over there? To have of the what they call them Greedos. All the names they come on, bruh. This shit they just started in the United States of America. These motherfuckers brought their dysfunctional behavior to the United States of America, and of course we adopted it later. Even the cracker culture that was in it, they came in the South. We talking about 1820s, 1830s. They're integrating to Texas, then down in the South, everything in Texas. The Russians, the Polands, and the Germans, and when we talk about the and some of the Englands too. But some of them were the most disruptive culture behaviors. Where do you think Bradfish knuckle fighting came from?
Yeah,
correct.
That was a thing. I'm talking about fight to the door. I'm talking about busting each other's eyes out, bro, knuckle in the streets. So I'm gonna have to do a thing that black culture is not your culture. Black culture, you adopted other people's dysfunctional cultures, and now we have attached ourselves.
Now we have degeneracy.
We have degeneracy. That's 100%. They took our greatness and we took their worstness, and now it's considered black culture. And we hold on to it like a badge of honor. Anything destructive, we say, "Oh yeah, but that's some black shit." Damn.
Yep, and then get mad when we call it out. Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Get mad when we call out degenerativeness.
And we delineate, and we start delineating. We saying, no, we no longer going to be one big Negro anymore. No,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
No. Because when y'all break a record with Usain Bolt, oh yeah, y'all mind who Ross the boy, and break the record boy in the best. But as soon as that boy stabbed that girl, that Ukrainian girl, in the neck on that damn train, I ain't heard nothing out of y'all. Y'all, oh no, shit, man, I don't know, he crazy, man. That black dude was crazy. Oh, he a black dude now. See what I'm talking about? Well, why damn Usain Bolt wasn't no black dude?
That was in the Carolinas.
Yeah,
it was Carolina. Yeah. What about the Haitian dude that shot? The unalived the back surgeon that was up in was that in Minnesota, or Ohio, Oklahoma, one of them places? Remember about 3-4 years ago when Biden was in office.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
He went in there and they messed his back up. He went up there and licked the spot up.
Sure did.
Yeah. So listen, family, y'all have to go check that one out at your leisure time. And this has been a great show tonight, y'all. Great show, man. We had some great content. We got Dry Bones to come in and bust it wide open in the end. And listen, I'm trying to just point out the dangers of political identifying with certain parties and certain colors and certain cultures and y'all seen it on my prompt. I don't want to hit this damn thing, and it goes back to doing that old crazy stuff again. Let me see something. Y'all give me a minute. Let me see. Okay, I got it this time. But yeah, race, age, gender, religion, LGBT. And I mean, it's so much. It's just a cesspool of just dysfunction and confusion. You need to focus on what you have in common with your loved ones, because everybody else do it. But as soon as Black Americans do it, oh, y'all being divisive, nigga. You being divisive. No, y'all, we wasn't divisive when y'all had CARICOM down there, when y'all got the African nation, when y'all was trying to get reparations. Remember that? You remember they tried to do that, right? You know they tried to slip an old policy in real quick, the African Union did. And the African Union, you as a Black American, you cannot partake in the African Union.
They didn't take nobody. They didn't even take Haiti.
Exactly.
They didn't take anybody.
Right. But as soon as we say, nah, man, fuck that. We FBA, man. We Foundation of Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, y'all divisive, man. That's hate, man. FBA, y'all be around here with hate speech. Oh, yeah, we hate speech now, right? Okay. So like I said, man, we are now telling the Democrat Party, and don't go, oh, well, what y'all talking about the Republicans? Y'all know damn well that the majority of Black people not really rocking with the Republicans. But you know what? That's a good thing. Why don't we go sit down with the Republicans? Let's have a conversation. Let's put some demands on the table, because you never know what you may get until you until you try, until you participate in something. You guys won't even participate in your local politics. I ask everybody this question. What is the name of your, give me the name of your supervisor of elections for your local district. Nobody can answer.
McGee's our election board.
You see what I'm saying?
McGee.
Yeah, ours Tanisha Hus, but the sister, she did too.
You know it because go ahead. Sorry about that.
That's true though, but a lot of people don't know, and they don't know
No, I was just
the school board either. They don't know the school board.
Yeah, they don't know the school board. They don't know they don't even know they city council person. How are you even allowed to vote? How are you like? I'm with. I ain't too much care for Vivek Ramaswamy because I don't trust these foreigners. But I was with him on y'all. They need to take a test. Y'all need to take the test, see if y'all know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and if you know your representatives in your area.
Correct.
Some of these people ain't know who their governor is.
And they just put a law here in Florida. They got to have their driver's license in English now.
What? Correct. Oh, same here in Texas. Same here. You in Texas, you go renew your driver's license. They want your birth certificate or passport. Period. If not, you cannot renew your license. And that's everybody, even us.
Y'all too?
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah, it happened with me and my son went to get his license, and I was going to renew my license. The only thing that saved me,
just like
they was able to pull up my passport.
They don't do that here yet. They don't do that here yet.
It's coming. His passport expired because it was only till he was 17. I had to come back up and bring his birth certificate. They only want birth certificate, passport, either one.
You got the universal driver license? We got that here. You got that? Y'all got that, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. All right, man. I'm out. Peace out, everybody.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we gonna end it. Peace out, man. We appreciate y'all joining us here at Urban Matters BMG. Thank you, Dry Bones. Thank you, Sister Chef. Thank you, Brother Shaq. Salute, certified salute to all these foundational Black American folks. We holding it down. Remember, identity politics is very dangerous. When you go to the polls, you need to have an agenda. You need to have an economic base. We won't even put our own money into our elections. Why? Why won't we do that, y'all? I don't understand it, man. But peace, love, man. I love y'all. This is why I do what I do. This is not for juice. This is not for likes. This is for my future generations. I have grandkids. I refuse to let them grow up into this political ignorance that a lot of you dusties and a lot of you sassies are popping up on my posts talking all kind of crap, and you don't even know what's going on in your local community.
Sure don't.
I digress.